Education can't be privileged. It is right of every child.
What were those myths and how did you remove those myths?
Lights, camera, action.
Hello and welcome. In today's podcast, we are delighted to bring you a new guest to us, Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, who is the head of operations at Kreedo.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here.
In today's session, we'd like to dive deeper into how Kreedo happened to build a business in the early uh, childhood education space and talk through some of those challenges. But before we begin, we'd like you to introduce yourself and then introduce a little bit about Kreedo.
I'm here in this industry since last 12, 13 years. Started my edtech journey with the Kreedo only. One of the, you can say, second employee of the organization. So this organization started before 35 years back by name Kreedo Enterprises Private Limited. And now before 13 years back we started a new you can say a new track called as a Kreedo, where we started helping people to build their own preschool and old early childhood education centers, where we provide them complete support like the training, whatever material they required, support. We have around 3000 schools across the country, where our main focus is on holistic development of child.
So traditionally, right, early childhood education, or for that matter, education as an industry has been more of a high touch and low tech industry, right? And then the fact that Credo today operates across tier 2, tier 3 cities as well.
Right.
What were those myths and how did you remove those myths, right, or address those myths and help people know that early child education could also be tackled through the intervention of technology?
That is really myth, and you'll surprise, we are completely successful in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. I'll tell you why. Because these people's aspiration or these school owners want such kind of education to provide their children, because our core belief is education can't be privileged. It is right of every child, right?
Correct.
So when we started our journey before 11 12 years back and started talking to or visiting few schools, you'll surprise, the people were amazed, and they were like, oh, this is something, can we do, can we bring such kind of system in our school, will our parents accept it? And we started with that, and our journey started with tier 2 cities. By the way, we like last 5 6 years we expanded in metro cities, but the response what we got in tier 2 cities, that was amazed, where people accepted us, and to prove that year on year renewals are there. So out of 3000 schools, in and around 2500 schools across country are in tier 2 and tier 3 cities.
Amazing.
Yeah, and there people, they want such kind of education for their children, and not only the school owners, even the parents. Where when we talk about the technology, yes, if you provide a right technology to the schools with other right tools, where basically our curriculum is activity based learning,
Okay.
where we provide a educational material in form of a lab, where child come, they play, and they learn all the development areas, like all the subject like language, maths, cognitive, all those things they learn through activity. Major thing is this education should be provided in affordable cost, and we crack that, where uh, the thing is, this kind of education can be provided only in metro cities, where they charge bomb for that Montessori system. People made it as a very costly education system.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we did is, we cracked that code, and we are providing this entire curriculum in a very very affordable cost. And around 90% of our schools are low budget school, where their annual fee structure literally start from 6 7,000, and maximum it is 20 to 25,000 rupees, where Credo is working really well, and the outcomes are amazing. You'll surprise the children who goes to these schools are the people, daily wages worker or cab drivers or small businesses. Those people send their children to these kind of schools, but still even they don't have paying capacity, they want a good and quality education for their children. And if you provide that, nothing is better than this, and Credo cracked that code.
When you started thinking along building a solution on these lines, right, you must have gone through certain tough times,
Yes.
right? And you might have had certain small victories to begin with, and then bigger victories. So what is that one moment of success, right, that made you really believe that you're actually, as Credo, you're actually on the right track, you're trying to do something which is relevant, which is valuable, and which is going to change the landscape of early childhood education?
So to answer you, one of the proudest moment is we are there in 3,000 schools. Now, when we started this Credo idea, that time it was really looks like impractical, going to tier 2, tier 3 cities, giving this Montessori based education and asking teacher to follow the way we want. Yes, it took a lot of discipline, focus on learning outcome, training teachers, and after that, after 3 months 4 months, when those outcomes started coming and children literally started reading the words, children were more disciplined, and then we started seeing, yes, our like literally dreams started shaping up, and बच्चे अच्छे से सीख रहे हैं and they started understanding the things. Even then teachers, owners, even parents, they started accepting Credo really well. So yes, there are restless hours from entire our Credo team to make, like, to bring it into reality.
When we also talk about schools and low budget, low fee schools, tier 2, tier 3 cities, there are inherent problems, right? Because you're dealing with
Always.
you're dealing with the labs, you're dealing with the equipment that you manufacture, and then you give it to them. And more often than not, I understand it is on credit,
Correct.
right? So there are certainly challenges that hover around it.
Yes.
So what are those challenges? What did you come across as key challenges?
We need to provide credit in this market, because as I mentioned, they all are the low budget schools where even parents are depend on the fees, where fees is quite irregular because of the parental background and all. Secondly, yes, there is a lot of challenge to collect the money, means entire this year if we do the business, that entire money we need to invest, and next year we need to collect that amount from all the school owners, because they also, school owners have their own challenges, because first of all fees are very less. Apart from that, number of children are really good in all these schools, but again to their payables and everything, so collection is really a big challenge.
So when you started getting these challenges, right, I'm sure you must have hit certain defaults, and then there are cases of late payments.
Yes.
Where did exactly Recordent come into the entire picture for you?
Right.
How exactly has it helped you?
Correct. So in last this 12 years, I must say our last year was awesome when we started journey with Recordent, because they brought so many things on table, where you'll surprise, our customers started getting on time messages for payment, where we were quite indisciplined in that manner to go and ask, because see, collection is always challenge in every industry, right? uh, Secondly, in our case, we are into education, so going and talking to those teachers, principals, and asking them money, if they say not today, come next week, we, you'll surprise, we again don't ask a second question to them. And our business is not a one time business, this is the renewal business, so next year school have to give order to us. So it's a very delicate relation what we have with all these schools. after Recordent coming on board, this entire scenario had changed. They brought lot of discipline and structure in our collection, where they started sending the messages, they started calling the customers very politely, they streamlined few of the our collection processes. They had visited, I must mention Bhaskar name here, who is taking care of our key account. So he frequently visited our office, discussed with our team. We discussed our challenges with him. Recorded made a exclusive plan for us, and of course that was really in as we are working in a low budget school, we found Recordant also a very affordable to deal with, and through them we started our collection. Like entire journey has changed. Our overdue amounts come significantly low, where on time people started paying us. Recordant team started focusing on rather just go and every time collect. They started asking us to why we don't collect the PDC check or something. Team started asking. Then they brought that culture in our team.
You must have come across cases where there are
So
defaults,
many cases, so many cases.
right? So when it comes to defaults, irrespective of you asking them for a post dated check, sending them timely reminders through our system, there is still an element of willful defaults.
Correct.
So how did you address that through Recordent?
I'll share one experience. Through that you will get answer for this. So the thing is, there are customer who are unresponsive from 2 years, 3 years, and these customers are not at our reach, because our project spreaded across the country. Recordant helped us with sending the messages, which I already mentioned. Apart from that, they brought some legal consequences to that. So they designed some caution notice, legal notices. They started sending notices, and they started following up with them on different numbers, sending mails, and you'll surprise, people started responding us, and we collected most of the cases we collected 100% of money, where literally we were like इसको तो write off करना पड़ेगा इस साल. So there are so many cases where Recordant helped us to collect the money.
This is very heartening to hear as a member from
Record. This is reality.
This is really really heartening to hear. But then, while collections is one piece, right, which is post factor, are there any solutions that you also use to manage risks upfront?
People always fear for this CIBIL scores, what we call, right? In layman, always know the CIBIL. So like that, Recordant has credit bureau. Yes, credit bureau score. So in our one of the notices and all, we started mentioning that, and literally that was impacting a few of the customers in industry, where they started talking about it. We need to pay, even like if we don't pay that, our credit score will get impacted. So this is one of the best thing which we found with Recordant.
Right? On one end, you're serving customers who are the kids. On the other end, you're running a business.
Yes.
Are there a few more things from your own experience, from Kreedo's experience of running this business? 2 or 3 things that you'd like to talk about?
अगर सक्सेसफुल बिजनेस बनाना है तो डोंट गिव द क्रेडिट इन मार्केट, विच इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल इन इंडिया. एवरीबडी नोज दैट, बिकॉज yes, collection is always a challenge, but see, if you want to, what we seen is a beautiful products, beautiful execution, but because of money stuck in market, most of the businesses suffer a lot. So now there are few organizations which I know very closely who have a huge collection team of 30 member, 40 member. So rather doing all those things, if you have a partner like Recordant who remotely help you in the collections, nothing is better than that.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Mr. Sanjeev. It has really been a pleasure having you here to take out time and have this session with us. Talk about Credo, talk about your journey with Credo, and how Recordent has helped you. So, thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure talking to you.